All right, all right. Hello, everybody, and now welcome to a game between Infi versus Foggy. This game taking place here on Northern Isle. Infi has spawned as the red human player over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Foggy has spawned as the blue night elf over here on the top right. Infi human versus night elf in this 1v1 matchup. Foggy opening up with the good luck, have fun, and well opening up with a good luck as well. Pretty much, I don't know. Some people say it's bad manner to wish your opponent good luck at the moment, at the start of the game. I guess you have to really look at the heart of the person and see what they mean. Do they really mean that they wish you get lucky and are able to get all of the perfect items that that they want from the creep camps in the exact perfect creep order and able to get last hits and all of those things? No, definitely not. What they're really hoping for is a decent game, a game where you don't get a 6,000 ping lag spike in the middle of a match, right? That's yeah, you don't want a game where you win only because of luck. So, and I guess that's the reason why you wish your opponent luck, and you hope that your opponent does the same thing as well. WGL is so dominated by human and night elf, to win a great game. Yeah, if you win your game because of luck, then you always win your games because of luck, then you never really know how good you are at a game. What MacGyver's yeah, MacGyver once said, "I'd rather be lucky than good." That's true, but then again, in competitive sportsmanship, and as a spectator, you want the games to be played and interesting because they are played by good players, not just because of pure luck. Back down across over here, Keeper of the Grove using Ents to clear out this 5-4-4 creep camp. This will give the Keeper of the Grove level 2 if it gets all of the experience. Ancient of War dangerously low on hit points, but able to bounce back right there. Tuskar Warrior down to 34 hit points will finally get taken down. There it goes, gets up to level 2 as we see a potion of greater mana picked up. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, Archmage is going to be the hero of choice coming in from Infi. Already dropped 2 water elementals, picks up a crystal ball, and now pretty much has insight all across the map. What is going to end up here as the Archmage going to go ahead and wander around with Brilliance Aura, perhaps trying to slow down this Keeper of the Grove and these archers. Back off to the north once more. Wisp, well, running away from a footman. A little bit of just harassment right there as the Archmage perhaps trying to get into position once more. Keeper of the Grove and, well, just being left behind here. You can see, how does the Tide Runner even attack him? I guess that's close enough melee range. As this last force of nature isn't really fighting either. What is he doing? He's just absolutely getting stuck. Meanwhile, really where back all the action is, Keeper of the Grove trying to make its way through. Is it going to get body blocked? Yes, it is body blocked by those footmen. And, well, the Keeper of the Grove taking far too much damage. That's a definite problem as the footmen, even one of the footmen, are able to join in on the fight. And Foggy finally able to slip through here. It's going to take a large amount of time. Ents are going to be joining in as well. But that's what we saw earlier, is that this Keeper of the Grove a lot lower on hit points and took significantly longer to get where it needed to go. What is that going to mean? It means that the Keeper of the Grove may be forced to retreat much more quickly than it would normally like. It is going to be able to take down 2 peasants already, but the last force of nature will get taken down here. Keeper of the Grove down to 143 hit points. But then again, that's what a Night Elf hero does. During first Nightfall, harasses, takes damage, goes home, heals back up instantaneously, and tries to do it again. Keeper of the Grove using the Staff of Teleportation to get out of a little bit of a dicey situation. Gonna get back up to full hit points. Don't know if it dropped that Mantle of Intelligence, but then again, probably doesn't matter all too much as it's only +3 intelligence. Back down here, Ogre Warrior going to get taken down. We're looking at a Circlet of Nobility added in once more as the Null Warden will get finished off here. Foggy going for this massive Keeper of the Grove Archer strategy. That's going to finish off those units off to the north here as they now perhaps are making their way down again. Footman gonna perhaps try and surround and do a little bit of creeping away from the action. Archmage is it gonna get to level it might be able to get, I don't know what the experience reduction is. It actually might just get very close to level 3 and not really get there. Meanwhile, we're looking at Foggy hiding 2 Ancients of Wind off to the side. All right, that was a very fast tech to tier 2. We are 5 minutes 30 seconds into this game, and we are now going for dual Ancients of Wind with not teching to tier 3 yet. Ancients of Wind, well, you would either see it for Druids of the Talon or Hippogriffs or Fairy Dragons. I'm not assuming a tech to Fairy Dragons. Is Foggy going to try and go for some crazy Hippogriff Rider play? We already see the Archers in play here, and, well, that may actually be the strategy, trying to go for a large number of Hippogriff Riders. If you are not expecting it, it can come as a bit of a surprise, and we'll see, we'll keep an eye out for this here. Ancients of Wind, what are they going to be training? Ancient of Wonders off over here. They are, what, twin Ancient of Winds? Well, what is the point of building them so quickly and then leaving them to not do anything for so long? Keeper of the Grove, is it just going to finish off that Footman? A little bit more damage. One more entangle or strangle, and it will get finished off. All right, there is the revealing which ones are the real units and which ones are fake. Footmen getting caught off to the side here, and, well, the Keeper of the Grove with level 2 entangling roots to pick off units and to force Infi inside here. Infi in a little bit of trouble, as we are going to see all of a sudden the Hippogriff Riders go in and the Archers go into the air for even more damage, and that is going to become a big shock here momentarily. Archers now shifting back off to the north here. Are they going to find all of this here? And in comes the Archers. It looks as though, well, Archmage is not going to spot any of this, as we're going into our third pair of Hippogriff Riders, or third pair of Hippogriffs here in just a second, as the Keeper of the Grove perhaps going to get another entangle off to try to finish off a lost Footman. There is defend on that Footman. However, the defend doesn't protect against the ranged attacks of the Keeper of the Grove or that Naga Sea Witch. Back off to the north again. Hippogriff Riders are here ready to join the skies in just a moment. Are we going to see them mount up here in just a second? There we go. 6 Hippogriff Riders ready to go, and they are going to be trying to poke in some damage. Footmen with defend. There is 1 arcane tower, and in comes the units now. The units, are they going to try to be back up? No entangle, and in comes the Hippogriff Riders. Now here you go, going straight after that scout tower, and now perhaps trying to finish off more units. There was a Staff of Preservation on that one, on the Sea Witch right there, and we're seeing a lot of damage being done, but repaired by mass number of peasants. Infi smells what's up, and he is now trying to save this arcane tower. Arcane tower is taking damage over time, taking more damage than it can protect itself against, though, as it finally falls. All right, Priest, is it going to get taken down? Yes, it does. Naga Sea Witch gets up to level 2, but what's going to save the Naga Sea Witch? Well, the Afterlife is what is going to save it, as it gets taken down right there. All right, Foggy losing a little bit of experience there. Double water elementals, triple water elementals, keeping those hippogriffs at bay, as this little bit of cheese play is still causing problems. Footmen with defend, but the peasants, well, with no real protection from all of those units. And the problem with fighting inside your base is oftentimes when it is in a tight corridor, things are just difficult. A sorceress here actually getting pelted with arrows, as they're going to be forced to back up. Hippogriff Riders, 600 range riflemen joining in here. More Ents joining in. Stormbolt onto the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove may be forced to try and, well, use a Staff of Teleportation. Are we going to see a bash? No, we are not. As well, it was only at level 1. Doesn't have access to bash as of yet. All right, Clarity Potion being used, Potion of Healing being used, picking up all of those items again. Keeper of the Grove, could end up getting surrounded once more, trying to dance away and unable to do exactly that, and this could be a problem. Ents now joining in on the fight. Is it going to be able to perhaps even use Wand of the Wind to get out of this tight spot? No, forcing a Scroll of Town Portal instead. Hippogriffs causing problems here. Water Elementals, Priest, and Riflemen looking to fend off this attack. And the effectiveness of this attack, well, still to be questioned here. Hippogriffs are here, though, finding the Mountain King pretty much out of position and able to pelt in a lot of damage. footmen. The problem with them is that they are currently in defend mode, meaning that the Tuskar trappers are able to deal so much damage. Oh, there goes an ensnare onto a Hippogriff rider, and is that going to be enough to take down that, well, that one Hippogriff? Yes, it will. It has nowhere it can run off to. Ancients of Wind now picking themselves up, going after some of those footmen, and the forces of nature causing problems, as we are going to be seeing entangles come down as well. All right, so far, Keeper of the Grove causing more and more problems once more as the riflemen are trying to get trained up here. We are looking at 2 bases coming in from Infi, but the Hippogriff riders just causing so many problems again as we are look at a Stormbolt onto a Hippogriff rider here. Is it going to end up getting taken down? No Staff of Preservation. It gets lost once more. All right, flying machines continuing to join on the fight. Hippogriff riders dismount. Archers on the ground. Hippogriffs going after the flying machines. Going to be able to poke them apart as they try to head back once again. Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 3 now after it finishes off a couple of peasants as more and more units are getting lost. 39 supply compared to 44. Foggy is doing a good amount of damage. Potion of Mana was used right there as another peasant gets taken down. Blue rifleman getting trained from a red barracks. What do you call that? I call that a bug. We'll see if Blizzard even notices it. All right, more blue riflemen getting trained from a red barracks again as we're looking at the Ents now trying to back away. Hippogriff riders once again in the air, or the archers are once again in the air leading the charge here. Riflemen trying to run back. Blue riflemen being trained, right? Shouldn't it be red, or is it always going to be blue? Is that just the color of that portrait? That might be. Anyways, Stormbolt now onto that Keeper of the Grove. Naga Sea Witch trying to be in the back. It was always like that. Is that on purpose? All right, Keeper of the Grove getting up to level 5. Is it going to be able to snake away? Yes, it is. Staff of Preservation saves. Naga Sea Witch now in a little bit of trouble. Is it going to be able to be saved? It is now down to 29 hit points, down to 2 hit points, trying to slither away. Is it going to be able to make it? I don't believe so. Mountain King has the mana, and he has the strength to throw that last Stormbolt. All right. Hippogriffs going after that flying machine. It is now taken down. Carter, you wasn't really. Oh, well, let me put it this way. I always played with ally colors, so I was always blue regardless of the game I was in. So I always saw a blue rifleman because I was always blue. Right? I mean that's how it is. Coming back across over here to the top right. Well, there is some reveals. We'll see what's going on here. 40 over 50 supply. Foggy is in a little bit of trouble. He is down. He is behind economically now. Mountain King sitting at level 3 has Stormbolt, and I think this is Infi's game to lose now. Foggy and that early Hippogriff rider play not really working out as well as he would have expected, and now Foggy is low on economy. He is winning in the hero level. But that is pretty much it going on for him right now. If the Naga Sea Witch perhaps gets up to level 4, that may be enough. Keeper of the Grove already backing off, trying to make sure that it doesn't steal any of that experience, and now using that Ancient of Wonders off to the side here to get a bit more mana on that Keeper of the Grove. Coming here, Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 3. Archers, well, looking to back away. Are we going to see a large number of archers now being trained up? There is a large number of archers inside the base. Ancient of Wonders right here. Where is that Ancient of War? Ancient of War down across here as the marksmanship upgrade is now getting researched. Plus 4 damage. And well, just to show you, that is actually similar to 2-0 upgrades on the archers themselves. Then you add in the already damage aura from the war drums, and that does start to add up very fast. Replenishment potion as the Naga Sea Witch gets up to level 4. Night Elf playing mass archers versus human 2. Yeah, I normally would not recommend it, as we've seen a large number of defend there. Archmage picking up a tome of some sort. Foggy not reading his books as the Tuskar Trapper going to end up getting taken down. All right, my daughter watches these replays. Pros, please read your books to set a good example, as the Archmage now fights this Ancient of Wind. Rightfully rooted, not going to be able to fight back all too easily, as all the units are going to be running back here. We do see a mana shield coming in from the Naga Sea Witch. Interesting choice on that ability right there. Naga Sea Witch is sitting at level 4 right now, Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 5, so a slight hero level advantage for Foggy, but he is down in terms of his supply by about 25. The expansion not in danger of falling anytime soon, but it is in danger of, well, running out of gold. There's only about 6 minutes of mining left at that expansion, and well, Infi is gonna need to figure out what his follow-up play is going to be. Otherwise, he's gonna fall behind economically. All right, there's that Scroll of Town portal. Keeper of the Grove gonna go ahead and teleport out. There it is. Keeper of the Grove ready to engage Stormbolt onto the Mountain Giant. Mountain Giant absorbing a large amount of damage as the Riflemen try to pierce that medium armor, but unable to do so. All right, medium armor is just so resilient against that piercing damage, as the archers are also, well, trying to finish off a footman there. Archers should really be trying to finish off these priests. Priest could end up getting taken down very fast. Riflemen fighting away 19 to 28 damage per attack, compared to the archers, who are 22 to 24 damage there. All right, level upgrades should be coming on in just a moment. Keeper of the Grove still hiding off to the side here. Naga Sea Witch has plenty of mana. Are we perhaps going to see some fork lightning on all of this? But the army of Infi is just so wide and so large at this point that it feels like he can just poke through. Thank you for the sub, Eddie, as we are looking at all of these units still pushing their way in. Archmage continuing to lead the charge here. There is a taunt on that Mountain Giant. Fork Lightning pushing in again. However, not going to be able to really finish off anything, as the Naga Sea Witch Fork Lightning still on cooldown, as the Riflemen do their work to try to keep these units still alive and well. Keeper of the Grove gets a Stormbolt for good measure. Massive repairs. We are fighting. There's another Fork Lightning there, but really not finishing anything off. And before Infi loses any real units, he decides to back off after dealing terrible damage. All right, 2 hippogriffs up in the air off over here, making it difficult, making it a little bit more difficult to try and stay beneath the supply cap. They have not been doing much of anything. Both sides now creeping out in the bottom right-hand side of the map. Can Foggy clear out this creep camp before his opponent clears out this one? That is going to be the key question, as we are looking at the Riflemen now making their way over. This could be a potential creep jack here. However, the large creep has already been taken down, giving Unholy Aura on top of the remaining auras right here. Shaman will end up getting finished off perhaps by some Ents. The Tome of Strength +2 left behind. And, well, no, it doesn't look like it. There is a Sentry Ward, but it did not look like, no, was not actually cleared up here. And the Ents are going to finish off this Shaman here, and giving in a little bit of additional experience to this Naga Sea Witch. Is it actually going to get level 5? I don't think so, as the Naga Sea Witch had to share that experience with infinite range with that Keeper of the Grove. All right, Mountain King sitting at 4, almost at 5 himself, has access to level 2 Stormbolt and Thunderclap. We wondering if he's going to go for level 3 Clap or level 3 Stormbolt. Both very powerful abilities. Mass Archers, 62 supply now coming in from Foggy compared to 79. Expansion has, about a little bit more than 2 minutes of mining left. And Infi still knows, I do not need to push against my opponent right now. Riflemen now upgraded at 2 upgrades, 20 to 32 damage, going up against the archers, who are at 20 to 22 damage. But remember, supply, if you look at the supply count, 3 archers is equivalent to 2 riflemen. So what is that, 40 to 64 damage, compared to, archers coming out, inking out ahead in damage, and maybe also overall in hit points. Yeah, 780 compared to, nope, 2 riflemen have more hit points. All right, Riflemen making their way off to the north here. Armor will be offering a little bit of protection. It is important to note that archers are a bit more magic immune than their brethren. All right, Riflemen keeping track. Priestess of the Moon, yes, was added in as that third hero, coming in from Foggy, a little more of a 10% damage bonus than anything else. So we're looking at the Keeper of, or all of the archers with now +4 damage. The Warsong Battle Drums coupled with True Shot Aura. The archers now dealing, 24 damage on the low end, to 26 here. So that could be a big sign, but now we're even adding in a Rifleman with Inner Fire. All right, Inner Fire giving that well, major damage increase and also that armor bonus as well. 10% damage increase and, well, 5 additional armor. That is a very big deal as the units are about to move on out. 79 supply compared to 69. Overall army sizes are very much similar though, since, well, since Foggy never ever built up additional workers to mine. That is a lot of rifle and a lot of priest. Mortar teams are in the back, ready to do large amounts of damage as well. 9 armor on those riflemen. And armor is one of those things that work even better with healing. You reduce the amount of damage that you take from your opponent's units. But then, on top of that, the healing is still static. You'd rather heal a 1,000 hit point or a 500 hit point unit with like 15 armor than a 1,000 hit point unit with 0 armor. It just ends up working out better if you do the math. What comes out ahead. Yep, doing the math, so important. Meanwhile, Ent's going to go ahead and walk on inside here, trying to clear things up here. Not going to be able to do all that much. True Shot Aura, and as the things are leading the charge, Archmage quickly being forced to use the Scroll of Town Portal. Naga Sea Witch right there. Massive Thunderclap going across multiple units. It looks as though the units are still trying to fight their way back out. Archmage is sitting at level 5 here, trying to get healed back up. Mana Shield. There is another Thunderclap right in the front as the Mountain King uses a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Mortar teams in the back just lobbing those fragmentation shards, dealing so much damage as the Mountain Giants could end up getting taken out. Another Fork Lightning being used right there as the Staff of Preservation saves one Mountain Giant. Do we see another Staff of Preservation? No, we do not, as the Priestess of the Moon still trying to finish off the rest of these units now. All right, Mountain Giant number 1 about to get taken down. Mountain Giant number 2 falls, and 2 mountains fall in Northern Isles. Is it heard? Yes, it is. Foggy's supply dropping down to 49 supply over 70, while Infi sitting comfortably at 74. All right. Infi looking to push back right here. Foggy, well, in a bit of trouble. Infi is in just great command of this game right now. Mortar teams, riflemen, just where all of the archers and all of the damage is coming through. Mountain King is going to get taken down. Mountain King, Staff of Sanctuary saved at 2 hit points, and that Staff of Sanctuary, while saving that Mountain King, at the very last possible moment, trying to get every bit of life out of that Mountain King. And, well, random number generation having an impact right there. If perhaps a bigger swing coming in from a Naga Sea Witch or a Keeper of the Grove would have spelled certain death and doom for that Mountain King. Priestess of the Moon getting close to level 2 now. Foggy Gold Mine is already done being mined up. Meanwhile, this one only has another minute of mining left. The expansion has been mined out. Army size, 49 supply compared to 61. Infi having, well, 19 workers compared to 7. That is the major difference right there. Why the Night Elf has been able to stay in low upkeep, as this expansion is also trying to be set up over here on the bottom right and is just, well, nope, that's been mining for a bit, hasn't it? Yes, it has. This expansion has been mining for quite a bit of time. Getting about 1,600 gold out of that gold mine, as the Scroll of Town Portal going to go ahead and, well, clean things up right there. All right, Mountain Giants, True Shot Aura, Keeper of the Grove trying to lead the charge. Is Foggy going to get to level 6? That is the important question. Level 6 would open up Tranquility, as the Knight is currently entangled and could get taken down. There's a Holy Light, but unable to save right there. There's a Thunderclap hitting across multiple of the back units, as the Mortar teams are just dropping fragmentation shards on top of all of those units again. Entangle onto the Mountain King. Mountain King with Unholy Aura trying to lead the charge, getting a big Thunderclap, only to see that Thunderclap completely counteracted by more, Staff of Sanctuary saves again. Mountain King so low on hit points. Mountain Giants are falling, and the fragmentation shards and the mortar teams dealing so much damage. There goes a Fork Lightning to finish off more units, as the Keeper of the Grove still getting closer to level 6, even after a Night falls, though still not quite there, as a Rifleman now getting taken down. All right, Owl Scout overhead trying to keep track of what units should be focused by or dispel magic onto those Ents, quickly taking them down, as well as the Keeper of the Grove dancing around in the back. Priestess of the Moon still here as well. Is it going to be able to do very much of anything? Nice, interesting use of the Owl Scout, but the Priestess of the Moon and the archers really do need to back away. Holy Light still trying to save here as the Keeper of the Grove is in the back line. All right, more fragmentation shards, well, more damage getting hit. As you can see, archer after archer is ending up falling. Archmage, could it end up getting into trouble? Down to 200, or down to 90 hit points. Couple more shots, and Archmage gets taken down. Infi loses the Archmage. Mountain King is nowhere to be seen. Naga Sea Witch now trying to slither back. Priestess of the Moon trying to retreat back as well. Keeper of the Grove does not get to level 6, though. 24 supply compared to 66. And the economic advantage may be able to keep Infi afloat. All right. We are looking Mountain King. Mountain King sitting at level 5. Are we going to get an Archmage resurrected at the tavern or the old-fashioned way? It looks like it will be the old-fashioned way as we see this Tree of Eternity trying to entangle this gold mine off to the 12 o'clock location. Thank you. This is an insane game right now. Priestess of the Moon finishing off that last water elemental, and the Keeper of the Grove 12 experience shy from getting Tranquility. That is going to be huge here, as you're going to see the Ents now just dive on in and, well, try to finish off many of these units, and if they're able to get the necessary experience. Meanwhile, a Tree of Eternity down to 20, or showing 24 over 70 supply, no repairs. Where is the Mortar team? Archers are right there. Priestess of the Moon, Naga Sea Witch. I would have thought a Keeper of the Grove would have tried to get off an entangle on just a Mortar team or any unit to get level 6 here. Priestess of, or Keeper of the Grove is going to be able to finish off any of those units. And look as though those peasants are trying to run away. 1 or 2 more shots should do it. And was unable to slip through the trees right there. Keeper of the Groves, now 4 experience shy from that next level, gets the kill. Level 6 now on the Keeper of the Grove. But now that I look at it, he doesn't have that many units to heal. That is a problem. Having access to Tranquility, and now Foggy's like, yeah, I can heal up all of my units. And realizing he only has a 26 supply army. 3 heroes. Yeah. Yeah, one, don't call an archer crummy.
What? It's cute.
Only 1 archer. 1 archer could make a difference. 70 supply over 96, 32 over 70. Paladin, Mountain King, Archmage still getting, now making its way out onto the field, was resurrected. Double gloves of haste. Where are these units perhaps going to go next? That is the big question here. Keeper of the Grove does have Orb of Venom. This is a triple Orb of Venom strategy that we saw earlier. That's the reason why that damage has been adding up so much and so quickly. Naga Sea Witch, Priestess of the Moon, and that Keeper of the Grove all have Orbs of Venom. Hence, that damage over time just ticking through so fast. All right, Mortar Team's going to go after that Altar of Elders pretty quickly here. Triple Orb of Venom is so strong. As you can see, how much damage can get added up right there. Are we going to see that damage now adding in? All right, Mountain King, Stormbolt onto the Naga Sea Witch. We see a Moonstone being used here, fighting their way through. Mountain King, there's that Fork Lightning. Detonations could be coming in, and Holy Light trying to come back in as well. Keeper of the Grove continuing that battle once more. Mountain Giants, well, trying to retreat back. Are we going to see some more detonations? Moonstone. No, this is not a Moonstone. Or is it a Moonstone? No, it is not a Moonstone. This is actual... Nope. Are the moonwells filling? It looks like... No, the moonwells are not filling, but for some reason, the icon says that it's actually nighttime. That's actually confusing me right now. All right, Knights now charging back in off to the north here. Moonwells, away from all of the action. Fork Lightning's Thunderclap, Staff of Preservation, saving a unit there as the Keeper of the Grove trying to back away. Will it be able to stay alive? Priestess of the Moon now trying to retreat back as well. You can see the Knights taking so much damage over time, down to 135. There's that Tranquility trying to save, and also going to re-top off that Knight again. 45 supply over 40. Staff of Preservation saves another Mountain Giant. The Mountain Giant, did it get any of that healing action? No, it did not. Priestess of the Moon trying to go after some of these units here, and we're going to see a little bit of damage over time. Fork Lightning finishing off a Knight, giving level 3 to the Priestess of the Moon, which is going to be level 2 True Shot Aura, plus 14 damage. Plus 14 damage, Orb of Venom damage, all of that, it does add up over time rather quickly. 45 supply compared to 76 as the Keeper of the Grove now focusing down onto that Mountain King. Mountain King, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability is ready to be used. Mountain King, Paladin still seeing that level 2 here. Staff of Sanctuary saves again. Mountain Giant's going to try and retreat, perhaps going after a Water Elemental or 2. Nope, going to completely ignore that again as the Keeper of the Grove only needs another 6 seconds for another use of Tranquility. Is it going to be able to drink anything from those Moonwells? That is the question to be had. Water Elemental down to pretty much no time at all, as Time Life is going to take care of that. Okay, Mountain Giant, what are you doing? You should be staying close to that Tranquility Keeper of the Grove to get all of those hit points. That's exactly why that Keeper of the Grove is casting that ability, for your good and own health. It's... I'm going to make a joke, but let's not do that there, as the Mountain Giants continuing to fight their way through again. All right, Mountain Giant down to 600 hit points, trying to back away. Knights with Inner Fire and Sundering Blades causing so much damage. Naga Sea Witch does have enough for another Fork Lightning. Staff of Preservation should be on that Mountain Giant here in just a moment. Damage still adding up, as that Mountain Giant down to 163 hit points, 143, tries to retreat back, and is it going to be able to use a Staff of Preservation to stay alive? Down to 102, and at this point, where are they going to run off to? They're just going to teleport right here instead. Keeper of the Grove still trying to put their pressure in. It looks like Infi is still greatly commanding this game. Water Elemental gets taken down. Low hit point Mountain Giants hiding in the back here. Tranquility, not that much mana on this Keeper of the Grove at all, as the Knights still pushing their way in. 80 supply going up against 43. Knights with 1-0 upgrades. Inner Fire and Sundering Blades, the answer to those Mountain Giants. Tranquility just not healing fast enough at all, as the Stormbolt from the Mountain King would greatly stop any of that. There's a Stormbolt right there. I thought I saw an ability being used, but it came to an end, and Infi with a very, very convincing win, even though Foggy had the higher hero score. Foggy having the higher hero score overall showed that he was able to use his money very efficiently. You can see a 12,000 gold, a 12,000 resource difference, 8,000 gold mined difference between the two, but Infi having, well, being able to secure those expansions, able to get the win. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.